All right.
Okay, yeah. Just are you just a question? Do you use any money management strategy for the moment? Or?
No, not yet. No.
Not yet, right? Okay, that's good. So yeah, basically, I'm gonna go over the 1 to 2% rule. That is, it's a quite known strategy, so it's great. There is like a lot of reading that we can do about it.
Okay.
Basically, the goal of a strategy is to never risk more than 2% of your portfolio.
Okay.
So,
Great.
so yeah, so if you have like $1,000 and you want to enter a trade, you're never gonna risk more than $20 for the
Wow.
transaction.
Good.
So yeah, exactly. So like this is only for one transaction. So I guess you can do, even if you have $10,000 or $1,000, you can still like open many trades, but you just have to make sure that you don't go over that. So one thing I was planning to do was actually to go over it. So at any time, if you have any questions, you can just stop me at any time. Okay. Do you see my screen? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. My screen is not showing, right?
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
You see it?
I see yourself, but I don't see the screen yet.
Because I'm connected like with two accounts. Let's see if I can present the entire screen. Share, share. Still don't see it, right? Okay, looks like you can see it.
I can see it. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So you see the notebook.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I see it.
Okay, perfect. Great. So first of all, like the thing is that, as I said, never. The only thing is that first of all what is in your account, right? So like if you have an account of a certain amount or something. So now I'm just gonna like just show the calculations at first, right? So a lot of time, look at the market, we see what we have. Let's say a trade that we want to enter. So I was looking at, I think, Apple earlier. So you see, like you're looking at Apple, you see a good entry point. Last time we discussed about the stop loss. Always put a stop loss. It's always great just for security. So the thing is that we have to make sure that if we risk a percentage of a portfolio, we have to know that this stop loss has to be basically the amount we're willing to risk in that transaction. So basically, let's say if I have something like I have a portfolio um, of $10,000. So one thing I would do is first of all calculate what can I risk, and on that I'm gonna know that I'm gonna do the 10,000 times the 0.02, which is the 2%. So basically, I know that I'm risking maximum $200 for every transaction I'm gonna enter. So that's the first thing to know. Now, let's say if I'm looking at something like Apple, I'm gonna go a bit in the past just so to have something more realistic. So, all right, let's say I'm going here. So yeah, so basically, let's say at this time, I want to enter the transaction. Let's look at the small, the last candle, right? So this one, the price was at $173, and I also want to put a stop loss just to protect myself. So I'm gonna put it right here, actually. Make sure that if it goes under the last minimum that I see, I can say if it's a support or resistance according to a strategy. Let's say in this case, I'm looking at the lowest point. I'm going to put my stop loss at this point, and the price is at $173. So one thing, I'm going to go back here. Yeah. So I'm going to check. I have Apple, which is AAPL. Yeah, $173. And I'm going to say I'm going to set up a stop loss at 169. 169. So now what I'm saying is that the difference when I'm going to enter my transaction, in the worst case scenario, if it goes at 169, I'm getting out of the transaction. So basically, if this happens, I have to make sure that I'm losing maximum $200 that I have here. So then what is really interesting with that is that it gives you the number of shares that you can buy according to what you can risk. And that's something really important, because sometimes you don't really know how many shares you have to buy. So it's great when you have a strategy like this one. It just tells you, right, according to what you're willing to risk on that. So in this case, I'm going to put, there is a simple formula. So I'm just putting Y times is the number of shares that I want to buy, right? So something really simple. And basically, as I said, I'm looking at the price of Apple minus the stop loss that I have right here.
We'll know that.
So those two are supposed to be equal to my $200, to my risk of $200. Yeah, exactly. So if I'm solving that equation, I have 173 minus 169. That should be equal to $200. To my $200. So yeah, Monica, if there is anything that you want to add at any time, just please do so. I'm just gonna put my calculator. So 173 minus 169. This is equal to 4. And I have Y times 4 should be equals to my 200 I'm willing to risk. And then I just have to solve for Y, which is Y equals 200 divided by 4. So at the end, that is 50. Yeah, exactly. $50. So basically, that represents the amount of share I can buy to make sure that I'm not risking more than $200 for the transaction. Wait a second. That seems like a lot, but let's see. Well, that makes sense. So yeah, so basically now I have my number of shares. So I know when I'm going to open my trade, if I put my stop loss, maybe, or the reason I think my stop loss is a bit low. So if my stop loss changes, then this price is supposed to change. The $50 is going to change eventually. So basically, if I'm following this strategy, I know that every time when I'm entering a transaction, I'm only going to risk that 2%. And what is really important about, what is really great about the 2% is that people like to use that strategy because it's nothing significant, right? So if you have $10,000, you lose $200, it's nothing significant. So you don't, you can just exit your transaction. You still have a good amount of what you invested at first, right? Of your portfolio, which is great. You actually don't want to enter transactions where you're going to risk something like 50% of your portfolio, right? That's a way too much. And one thing I also suggest is that according to your strategy, you can also change your the 2%. So if you have a strategy that works often, so you make profit often, you can also increase that 2%. Maybe I remember I went sometimes up to 5%. Some people can even do more, but usually we try to keep it low, so we make sure that when we enter something, we don't destroy our account, right? I don't know if you have any questions for that.
So far it's good.
Oh, okay.
What tool are you using right now on the computer?
On the computer, wait, I'm gonna share again.
Okay, no worries.
You want to know my tool, the tool I'm using for the trading, or?
For the trade, I mean, the reason why I'm asking is because I want to make sure that whatever you're showing me right now, it's when it's my turn to do it on the
Mm.
app, I'll just be able to do it, right?
Yeah. Makes sense. Okay, so this one is called Trading View. I'm gonna write it in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is Trading View. I really like this one because I love to look at charts, right? So it depends always on your strategy. Some people love Yahoo Finance because also it tells a lot about the like other financial stuff that are really interesting. Me, this is the one I'm using, and it's great because they have many indicators. So if you like to work with indicators, you can just go. You have all of them. You can try them. I always suggest to try some, just even if they are random. Sometimes you can see some things about them, and you can even search for those. And yeah, otherwise, just have to make sure that the prices, sometimes it's a bit delayed depending on what you're using. So you just have to make sure, especially if you do something like day trading, that the price is right, right? So when you take your stop loss and the price you want to enter at.
Okay.
Mhm. But I would say in general, there is no, like, honestly, just if you can try most of the tools, I would say it's really good, because I find that most of the time you find a tool that is matching you, your strategy, what you want to do, and that you also, it's great when they have apps. I love the fact that here there is a watch list. So this is my watch list. You see, it's pretty red these days, but like that is my watch list. And yeah, it's great. There is also an app on the phone, so I can still follow those stocks on my phone, which is great. So yeah, you just find the one that is matching your strategy more, and like the one you're comfortable with. Mhm. Any other question?
No, thank you.
Oh, okay, that's good. So I would say, yeah, if you can try it, like the strategy, I think it's always great to have a good money management strategy. And it's really important because at the end, you also have to know, um, let's say if you enter a transaction, how much money you want to take, right? So how much you want to earn, how much you're willing to lose, and if those prices are matching, and like technically everything is just gonna go up, right? So if your strategy is good, and that is really part of your strategy of investing, right? So like if it's good, technically you just follow that strategy, it should work as expected, right? But yeah, so that was a 2% rule. I'm gonna share probably something. I saw a good link about the strategy as well. So if you want to know more about it,
Yeah,
yeah, that's good.
yeah, definitely.
Cool. Monica, there is anything you want to add?
No, Bryce. But there was a member that wanted to find out if BlackBerry was a good buy.
Oh yeah, BlackBerry. Yeah, let's see. Um, is there something new about BlackBerry? Did they do anything
Mm,
new? No?
I haven't heard. No.
'Cause to me, like I don't know if they are doing something new, but I know that BlackBerry was really into like I think this is probably when they created the smartphone, but after that they started a bit, yeah, going down from there, right? So I don't know if they want to change their mindset or something like that, but I personally don't see it really as a good buy, unless really there is something significant, like if they want to improve, go more into the smartphones industry, and do like something that people are gonna buy more, I would say.
Hmm.
But otherwise, I definitely don't see it as a good buy, especially for long term, right? You can always day trade those ones. Do you have some money?
No, no, no BlackBerry.
Were you looking at it?
No,
No.
no Air Canada, no BlackBerry. No, someone had
Yeah, someone mentioned
asked
it in the
about it.
group. Right?
Yeah, and I just think that we should try and answer those questions.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is a perfect opportunity, and that's why I
Oh, okay.
asked you.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, Air Canada too. I'm still waiting, to be honest. Air Canada. I'm waiting for some good news from government. You know, when things are gonna change, improve, and then at this point, I think I'm gonna like go a bit into it. Seti, when did you buy some Air Canada? Did you buy it a while ago? Or?
I do have some hair Canada too, hair Transat, and yeah,
Air Transat?
yeah.
What is the symbol for Air Transat?
Let me see. I'm using my cell phone right now. Give me 1 second. Mhm.
So yeah, at $21. To be honest, I think they're gonna go up. Like as soon as they start having some good news, they're just gonna.
Oh, definitely. I'm probably sure it's more like a long-term thing. Transat, it's the TRZ.
BRZ. Let's see, is this one? Yeah, same for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When did you buy it? This one
I got bought it when it was like at $5.
at $5. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you
That's
bought
good.
like today or something?
No,
Yesterday.
I got it. No, I got it like when when everything crashed out.
Oh, like oh, okay, okay. So around here, right?
Yeah, around here. Yeah, that's correct. The same for Air Canada as well.
Oh, okay. So now are you profitable?
Just yeah, maybe a couple of cents.
Just a
But
little bit.
yeah, but that's more like my long-term strategy to
Mm-hmm.
hold them, the same as Air Canada and even Bright as well.
Even Bright too. Yeah, even Bright probably went down, right? A lot.
No, more, definitely more than that. Even Bright.
What is the symbol for even Bright?
Let me see here if I have it. Sorry, I'm using my other cell phone.
Yeah.
So it's EB.
ATV.
No, EB.
EV. Okay, even Bright.
EB. EB, yeah.
Yeah, they went down quite a bit. So you
I think that they're at $9.
Mhm.
That's right. Mm.
At $9. When did you
Yeah.
buy it? When it crashed? Or?
It's it, when it crashed, yeah. I don't
Okay.
remember how much. I didn't pay that much. Less than that, definitely.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes. Because as soon as more activity is gonna start, everything will go up, I believe. So for even Bright.
Yeah. And even Bright still, I think they're moving more into video stuff or something. I
That's
assume they did, right?
um
I assume they did move into like Zoom conferences and things like that more.
conference. Yeah, yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. Because now, anyways, you're not losing for both of them, so
Yeah.
that's great. There is that one, the Netflix. I saw that Netflix went up today, actually.
Netflix.
Yeah, during the few last days. Let's see. Because yeah, technically everything is red now. I don't know if you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know exactly. Maybe your stocks are different, but mine everything is red.
No, everything. Yeah,
One
it is that.
only one that is positive is Netflix. I still think it's a good buy. I think that this company they do well. Like just I was holding it before COVID too. They were doing quite well. So the thing is that I find that they are also really affected by the vaccine because we know that people are staying home. So it's great, but at the same time, I'm just if let's say they found a vaccine, then what's gonna happen to Netflix, right? I guess no
Yeah.
one is gonna like spend time watching Netflix anymore. Same thing for Disney. So might be something to consider, but otherwise, I find that it's a great stock to have. Like even if there is a good news about the virus, still they're gonna go up after, even if they go down a little bit.
Great.
Yeah.
So one question, sorry about that. If I go back to the stop loss, the 2%,
Mhm.
if I when I use W trade, like
Double.
I think it's W trade.
Oh, so sorry, I just got confused with because Monica sent something. There is the earning they are minus 10%, right? So I guess it wasn't as good as expected. Sorry. So yeah, you can say what you were saying, Gabriel.
No, I was I was saying when you use the other app, not the Quest Trade, but the Trade one, do
Yeah.
I see it the same way? Because I've never used it. I usually use the National Bank one,
Hmm.
so I've never used it the with the other one, the app, the W Trade one, to see how I can put the stop loss. So I'm gonna go and give it a try today.
Okay, so you talk about Trading View, right?
Not Trading View. It's talking about something. It's a wealth trade, something like
Oh,
that.
well simple.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah.
well,
simple. Sorry
simple.
about that. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, is it the same thing as what you showed me? Is it very simple like this, just to put the stop loss?
Technically, Monica, do you use well simple, or have you already used it?
No, I use Interactive Brokers and
Mm.
Quest Trade.
Okay, because I'm using Questrade too, and I think it's the same as Questrade.
Okay,
So, if you look, normally you should see well simple.
yeah, yeah.
It, it's I think it's basically just a stop. I think the name is stop. I think stop order.
Okay,
So if you go, yeah, I'm not sure, but I think that with well simple, because this is how it is with Questrade. You buy first your stocks, and after you can put your stop order. So you basically create a new order, and you're gonna have the choice. You pick stop, and then you put the price you want to put the stop at.
that's
And,
perfect. Okay,
and one thing to know is that with Questrade, maybe it's the same thing with well simple, is that you might see something that is a G2 GTC or a GTD, something like that, and it means good until canceled or good until the end of the day. So you just have to make sure that when you do a stop order, it doesn't, at the end of the day, it's going to be canceled. So you're going to have to put it again the next day.
okay, no problem. Okay, great.
And you're not protected during the night, right? So if the market goes down during the night, you're going to sell everything. If it goes under your stop loss, it's
Hmm.
going to sell everything automatically in the morning at the first when it opens.
Okay,
Mhm. Yeah.
good.
All right. So yeah, that's good. Any other
That's very good.
questions?
No, thank you very much. I mean, I appreciate that. I understand better now.
Okay, cool. If you have any other questions anytime, just let me know or send it in the group.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you again.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank you.
for coming.
Sorry.